just hit my funny bone. Good morning, everyone. Whew, what a way to start a Saturday live stream. Oh my goodness gracious. I hope you all are having a fantastic Saturday so far. Ouchies. Ugh, that was not did not feel good. Hopefully you all are having a fantastic Saturday so far. We are starting off a little bit gloomy across the area. You can kind of see that here from our Charlotte Motor Speedway camera. To current temperature around 56, the dew point is 54. So it is very muggy, very humid outside. We do have a decent amount of still some light rain, some drizzle around the area, lots of gloomy conditions. In fact, as you kind of take a closer look here at Charlotte Motor Speedway, and then I actually shift you closer to our Valentine camera, you can see there's a decent amount of low cloud cover, even some patchy fog. Now, I'll tell you, the Valentine cam is a little bit further up, so not a lot of this fog has actually reached closer to the ground, but we normally can see the Charlotte skyline from this vantage point, and you can't see a thing. So it is certainly a day with some low cloud cover. I would give yourself a few extra minutes on the roads this morning just to kind of take into account the low clouds, a little bit of drizzle, the slick spots on the roadways. But a lot of the rain that we're going to see today has already fallen across the area. And we'll kind of take a closer look at why here in just a second. I did want to show you the current visibility map to just kind of show you at the official sensors that we have across the area. 2.5 miles of visibility at the Charlotte airport. We have about 1 mile there in Catawba County at Hickory. But again, most of the kind of more dense spots are going to be at the higher elevation. So in the mountains, foothills, at the top of Beach and Sugar Mountain, and at those higher elevations. So top of the condo buildings, for example, in uptown Charlotte, and of course at our higher vantage points there in Valentine and Dallas. When we take a closer look at kind of the wide view here of the Carolinas, you can see the whole right over really our 22 counties when it comes to current rainfall. Now, we still have low clouds, which does mean some patchy drizzle, but one of the reasons why I'm not expecting a lot of rain for the second half of the day has to do with, if we zoom out, this patch of rain that's down toward the Savannah area is a little bit further toward the east than expected. You can kind of see the current trajectory takes it really up the immediate coastline. And so I think it's going to be just east enough that it's really not going to clip our local area for the most part. You can kind of see that movement there off to the north and east. So I'm really not expecting that to kind of resurge into our area, which means we really would have a lack of additional rainfall for the rest of the day. And then that means a little bit more time for folks to dry out. Current Doppler radar, we are completely quiet across the area. So if you take a look at futurecast, I just want you to keep in mind that anytime we have low cloud cover, again, this does mean that we'll still have some patchy drizzle. So we're really not out of the woods just yet. But I think as we approach closer to 2 p.m., most areas will start to dry out. So here's around 2, 3 o'clock. You can see a few patches of sunshine peeking through the clouds. Notice the green. That's indicating that the ground, of course, is peeking through, which means the clouds are breaking up. As we approach even further in the day, 7, 8, 9 o'clock, folks are heading out to the Charlotte FC match and then eventually getting home from it. Clouds are breaking up even more. Front is moving through, and eventually the cooler air is settling in. One important thing to note as we enter the overnight time frame is that the winds start to pick up behind this front, and that will allow for, I think, enough wind action that the frost is going to be pretty limited tonight. So as temperatures will fall into the upper 30s, I think we'll have a lack of really light. The wind will be too high for frost to form. You need light winds for frost development to kind of stay on plants and elevated surfaces. So I'm not really concerned about that tonight, but I think Sunday night and into Monday morning, we will have to watch that potential. So this afternoon, most of the rain wraps up past about 2 p.m. Sunshine mixes in with the cloud cover. Temperatures likely reach about the mid 60s, but the winds will be picking up, will become breezy at times later on today with the gust potential between about 25, 30 miles per hour at a peak tonight. And then we eventually do start to lower a little bit heading into Sunday, but still peaking likely with those gusts around 25 or so miles per hour. But Sunday, certainly going to be a better day overall. Even though the winds are still breezy, we will see a lot of sunshine. If you ever gone to a Charlotte FC match or really a Panthers game too, anytime that we see that during spring, summer, we're always worried about thunderstorms because that, of course, can delay things. I'm happy to say that that is not a concern today. Because of a lack of sunshine and a lack of instability, we are not going to see any risk for some thunderstorms locally today, which is great news. I already mentioned this, of course, but the wind, I think tonight is going to limit the overall frost formation, but definitely a better chance to see frost heading into Monday morning. So make sure you are covering up those plants, bringing your outdoor pets inside, of course, all of the good things, and making sure your plants, your garden, even your livelihood, right? If you're into agriculture, everybody is staying safe. As we look ahead to Monday afternoon, temperatures will rebound back into the mid 60s, a little bit closer to average for this time of year with a mix of sunshine and clouds. And I said this a little bit yesterday when I was with Nick on the 4 o'clock, but March is going to March. It's kind of a different type of March madness. We're back with a little bit more cloud cover, highs in the upper 60s by Tuesday. Another approaching cold front starts to bring in a chance of rain Wednesday, Thursday, but this does look to dry us out by the latter half of the work week by Friday. And this actually will allow for a big warm up, it looks like, heading into the first weekend here of, or the last weekend that is, of March, and into the first few days of April, which will be great news for folks who are wanting to get out and about and maybe enjoy their Easter weekend, as those last few days of March look to be really warm with a lot of sunshine, with highs peaking into the mid 70s. So hopefully that was all good news. We are going to be much drier later on today, and of course, a little bit of sunshine mixing in, which is why I've increased our high temperature to around 66. Tomorrow, a little bit breezy, but a lot of sunshine, 63. And then again, we are going to see that frost potential on Monday morning. Hopefully, you all enjoyed seeing me on WCNC Charlotte this morning. I will not be on the morning show on the weekend for a few weekends again. Still filling in on the weekend evenings, and then a few weeks so as well for Brad, as he's gone for his kids' spring break, and then also a trip out west to see the solar eclipse. So we'll have some of his pictures and videos as well to see. And then hopefully I'll be back sometime in mid-April on the weekend mornings. I hope to be back with you guys soon, but hopefully you can catch me on weekend evenings, and of course throughout the week filling in for Brad. I'll try to post here when I'm going to be filling in so you guys can catch me. But overall, I hope you guys have a happy, healthy, and safe Saturday. Again, try to use a little extra caution on the roads this morning as they are still slick, but overall, things are getting a lot better by later on today, and hopefully we're drying out quickly, and most areas should be dry by about 2 o'clock. Have a great day, everybody, and happy